We have an axiom in the universal teaching that says state of consciousness is state of life, or awareness creates reality. Actually, this circulation of power in our spinal cord takes our thoughts and our will, and here I'm, referring specifically to the 3 top chakras that we have here in our head, in these positions, right, that are linked to our upper thoughts and intuition, our reason and our will. And they transform themselves into our state of being, in our creative interaction with life, and also ties us or connects us with the past and with karma. But, dear friends, if it is true to say that this works in this sense, that our state of consciousness creates our state of being, in our current state of life, we can also say that karma, that all the automatic reactions that we have ingrained in ourselves, and all the biological past also determines our thoughts. And that is why we can also see this as a closed, almost like a vicious cycle. That is why, we must find a turning point. We must find something that is a new beginning and that can allow us to transform the system into something else. And if we continue to try to develop and strengthen the system based on these practices and exercises and things that we have mentioned so far, this closed loop will only get stronger. That is why, even if those practices, they come from very old schools and very, very noble schools from the past, there is a missing link. Not in the teaching of these schools, but when we decide to put in practice those teachings. Because we cannot merely start by training our ego to try to make it better. We have to start from the only particle, from the only aspect of the whole human manifestation that is free from that vicious cycle of ego. And that is why the Golden Rosy Cross and all the spiritual schools of the past insist. You must know yourself first. You must realize how trained and conditioned you are before you start. The Voice of the Silence, that marvelous book, suggests that, we really have to be careful with ourselves before we put our feet on the first step of the ladder, of the spiritual path, the spiritual ladder. That warning is really trying to indicate to us that unless there is a major turnaround, that we may end up only making this wall stronger, wider, higher. And that is why, chasing a change in our external reality or in our appearance, if I may, if we don't change the innermost of our being through this inner revolution, then it's truly just, a superficial change. It's just, training. But the fundamental nature of the problem will not be transformed.